Hello Royals and welcome back to Happy Blonde. Today we are going to be learning how to achieve the Disney Parks accurate Ariel makeup look. The thing about this makeup look is that it is supposed to mimic a sunset effect on the eyelids, and that is something that can be a hit or a miss if you don't blend your colors in nicely. So we are going to go over all of my tips and tricks in order to get the perfect sunset effect for Ariel's makeup and for you to obviously be able to transform into her. Hi, my name is Shirley, better known as Happy Blonde on social media, and I am your perfect guide for the princess lifestyle, performance, and fashion. Now let's get on with the video. These are all the products that I like to use for my base every single time I am a party princess. I go in with my Tatcha primer. I also like to color correct. This is the LA Colors Cover Pro Concealer Stick in yellow for my under eyes. My favorite foundation is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Dewy. I'm obsessed with the Moira Concealer. This is in the shade Oatmeal. And last but not least, setting everything nicely. For Ariel, I do go in with the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veiled Translucent Powder just because I like her skin to be a little bit more airbrushed. If you understand what I mean, this is a very loose powder. So I'm gonna do all this and I'll be right back. Base is done. I brought you in a little bit closer because obviously we are gonna be working lots of details. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my eyebrows. Here's the thing about my eyebrows and a lot of people's, they are extremely dark. So what I like to do in order for them to be a nice Ariel shade that doesn't really look cakey or unrealistic is that I do like to go in with an auburn shade first just to make them look a little bit natural. I love using the Beauty Creations eyeshadow palette, and I like to go in with this auburn shade. I mimic the shape first and then I go in with specks of red. Depending on your wig shade is the shade of red that you're gonna apply on the eyebrows. So for me, my Ariel wig is a pretty deep red. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe Mickey and Friends palette. I get a lot of questions about this palette. I believe it's discontinued, but the Color Pop, like the big palette that has all the colors on it, it's a really good dupe for this one. So for me, I'm gonna go in with Life's Short, which is a very true red, and I'm gonna show you the difference. We are gonna go over the little speckies of red in certain areas. There are the speckies of red. Notice how this eyebrow is a little bit reddish compared to this one. That's exactly what we want to do, and that is how I get them to look as natural as possible. Eyebrows are done. We're gonna head and go over to the lids. Very, very important to know, Ariel's eyes are humongous. So it's very important that you extend your eyeshadow a lot more than you naturally would whenever you are trying to portray Ariel, because obviously we want to mimic that big eye look. And her eye does tend to go higher towards the middle and then it goes lower towards the edges. So that is the exact pattern that you're gonna use whenever you are setting out your base color. And again, I'm gonna go in with this Morphe palette and I'm gonna go with Head Out. This is gonna be my base color. It's gonna go all over my crease. And then for the outer edges, which are the edges that are gonna define the shape that you want, I'm gonna go in with So Fearless. It is a very potent orange, just, you know, tiny smidge. So your crease color should be a yellow mustardy tone, and then your outer corner color should be orange. So starting off in the center, dragging my eyeshadow as high as I possibly can right here in my low, in the middle of my eye. Notice how I'm almost touching my brows. And then I'm gonna bring it right back down, almost touching the edge of my eye. contact lens difficulty. I kind of blinked and the contact just went all over the place. So while my eye actually calms down, let's talk about my contacts for a minute. And that is part of why this makeup look turns out so nicely, and it is because of the shade of blue. It's a complementary shade of blue to my shade of Seafoam of my dress. These are the Himalaya blue contacts from the Third Eye. I absolutely love them, and as you guys saw, I went back in with the yellow, blended that again, because what you want to do is seamlessly blend where the orange and the yellow are meeting, and obviously go in on your lower lash line. Now that my contacts are a little bit better in place, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Disney Princess Beauty and the Beast Color Shock Shadow. This is a very nice gold, and I love using it for obviously Belle, but Ariel as well, because I feel like a shimmery lid just ties in everything perfectly, and I just apply it with my fingers, and I do tend to go a little bit higher. Again, we want to keep that big eyeball shape, so that is precisely what I'm doing, and going back in with the yellow to blend the edges seamlessly. What I like to do with all of my characters is two things. Number one, I apply white on top of underneath my brow bone, just because I feel like it pulls off the big eye look effect. And the second thing is that I applied a unique shade of highlight in my inner corners to brighten up my eyes, and again, just give the characters a little bit more of a me unique twist. You don't have to do this, but it's something that I do enjoy doing. For Ariel's inner corner, I like to go in with the I Heart Revolution Rose Gold Glow palette, and it has a really beautiful yellowy gold shade, and it doesn't really have a name. Great. Anywho's, I'm gonna apply that to my inner corners. Oh my gosh, I told you, like, it just ties the entire eye look together. For Ariel, I do like to keep it complementary, again, because we are going for that gradient sunset effect, so it should be a shade lighter than what you used on your lid. Now that my eyeshadow is done, I am going to go ahead and do my liquid eyeliner off camera. I use the NYX liquid liner. I swear by it, but I can never do them properly on camera. But it should be a baby wing. A little bit of the fat wing, but baby. BRB. And just like that, very baby fat wing, nothing too extended, just to really give my eyes a little bit more definition. And I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in white, and I am going to tightline my lower lash line. I feel like that gives off a big eyeball look, like it ties everything all together. I know that there are some people who are a little bit skeptical about using white liner. If you use cream or nude colored liner, it pulls off the same effect, like so. Okay, I'm gonna give my eyes a little bit of a rest, and I'm gonna go in and bronze up my face a little bit. I feel like for Ariel, she does have really pronounced cheekbones, which I don't have, so I have to add that shadow in as well. And I like to just slim my jaw down just a little bit for her. And I feel like contour or bronzer for Ariel is a must, just because she's a mermaid. Like, you know, she's used to laying on the rocks or like sitting in the sand and just taking a little bit of a tan in. So I'm gonna go in. This is the BH Belgian Waffle color palette, contour palette, and I'm gonna go in just like that, adding a little bit more on the other side, and again, just really chiseling my jawline just a little bit. Oh my gosh, like notice how slimmer my face already looks. In the forehead, because we want to add a little bit of shadow for when our bangs lay in. And after that, I'm gonna go in with blush. For Ariel, again, we're keeping in the coral sunsetty vibes. This is the MOTD Pink Lace Blush Duo. Looks like so. Any coral toned blush honestly works. And remember to go really ham on your blush. Like, wigs wash us out immensely. So it's very important that you lay in a nice amount of blush. Gonna go back in with that same gold highlighter that I just used, and I'm gonna apply it where my highlighter normally would. Again, I love to go ham on this. You don't necessarily. I just really love my princesses to glow, because I feel like princesses, they have that natural glow, like, you know, they're really rosy, which is why I love applying a lot of blush on them too. And highlight, I go in underneath my brow bone, reinforce my inner corners. Princesses have tiny noses, so tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, and Cupid's bow. Even though Ariel doesn't have a Cupid's bow, it's good to accentuate it. Okay, my lashes are drying. I like to use wispy lashes with all of my princesses just because I feel like it ties in the look better. They look natural, they're not really bulky. And for the mascara, I honestly just go in with Annie. This is the Araceli Beauty Mascara. A couple things that I do want to point out while my lashes are drying, because obviously you have to wait for them to get a little bit tacky before applying them on. First of all, in terms of lashes with princesses, I recommend changing up the placement on your eye whenever you are shifting characters. There are some characters that have longer lashes towards the edges. There are some characters who need a little bit of a bulkier lash towards the inner edge. So really be mindful with that. Never, ever, ever leave out your bottom lashes. Like, I'm gonna show you just for a minute. Look how bare my lashes look. And if I do my bottom lashes, which I love doing, I feel like it's such a game changer. It really ties in the entire look together. Look how cute that already is. Never ever leave out your bottom lashes, okay? They're the baby lashes. And last but not least, I like to use clear glue. I feel like the black one is gonna make a mess most of the time. So for Ariel, I like to have kind of like a little bulk of my lash right over here, which is where her eyelid actually like extends up in the animation. And I don't overextend them towards the back, so I kind of place them right there. And then I just grab that corner, and then I go ahead and grab this corner. I like to press them just like this, just to make sure that they're glued on there. Great! Now all we need are lips. For the lips, I like to go in with the ColourPop Ariel shade, Ariel Luxe lipstick. It is this really beautiful nude. And again, Ariel does not have a Cupid's bow, and her upper lip is a little bit, it's kind of like equally fat, to say it like that. It's equally bulky, top and bottom. Just like that. Very, very important. This is your daily princess reminder to remove the jewelry that is not related to your princess. I love to wear lots of rings, but I will never, ever go out to a party wearing my own jewelry. So please, I don't want to see those beautiful Pandora necklaces, those Alex and Ani bracelets on your character. So just pop it on a little bag so that you don't lose them, and don't wear them. Okay, so I'm gonna be back when I have my wig on, because I do need to apply body glitter. And just like that, this is the end of the Ariel makeup tutorial. As you can see, the coral sunset vibe goes perfect with Ariel's red hair, and obviously the colored contacts, specifically this hue, matches perfectly with the dress. I truly hope that you have enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more princess content. Happy Blonde signing off, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!